shop, get ready. Humidor shop, get ready. Humidor shop, sports. Humidor shop, cigars. Humidor shop, get ready. Humidor shop, get ready. Humidor shop.
Yo, what's up? What's up? This your boy, Mr. SmokeFella, on this Saturday morning here with the fellas. We out here out at Water Lamone Cigar Shop, man. We doing a live broadcast, Final Four today. So we all up at the shop. Gonna do some things here, man. So as you can see, to my left, I got my man DY Nemesis, our resident DJ. To my far right, I got my man KDL 33 in the house.
Good morning. How y'all doing?
And right next to me, the scumbag of scumbags, Lefty. What's up?
How everybody else get a nice intro.
What an intro.
I get the scumbag.
We go back 30 years ago.
What's up, man?
On site. On site.
I get the scumbag out here.
On site, baby.
Dirtiest brother.
On site. Hey, man.
It's a long show.
Outside of sports, man, the hip hop gods have blessed me with this whole J. Cole, K. Dot, beef, man. And then J. Cole drops a whole 12-song album out of the blue. Man, listen, rap has needed this, man. Hip hop has needed this. DY, you are resident DJ, so let me know your thoughts on this. Is this all for show, sales, and all of this, or is this actual beef?
Just like sports, hip hop is competitive. It always has been. So for us to take especially this time of year where you got the top teams in college vying for the trophy, now you got the top MCs, the top young MCs vying for the number one spot. And I agree. They should be going at each other. They really should be putting forth their best foot effort to show who's really number one. And so far, there's been some shots thrown, but I'm telling you, the king, the master, at the comeback, you better wait for him.
Drake.
Wait for Drizzy. I'm just saying. I'm going to leave it at that.
Hey, man.
I wasn't that impressed with the J. Cole company.
What?
It was solid.
I haven't heard this.
It ain't gonna go down in your top diss tracks.
Oh, no, man.
You know
but
what I'm
the wordplay
saying?
is just ridiculous.
Cole, he cold with the wordplay. That's what he do. You know what I'm saying? But I've heard better from him.
And I'm gonna put it like this: compared to what we've been getting out here in the hip hop world, bro, this was they put the paddles on the industry and clear because it was dead.
Yeah,
it was dead.
Well,
You don't really get that no more. You don't really, like Drake always throw something out there. He's like, hey, what did he just say?
It's a subliminal.
Like,
Yeah.
Everybody else, it ain't no real like it used to be.
Like
You said something about L back in the day.
like Mr. The Truth.
You know he coming.
And when Kendrick just came out there, he was like, "Man, ain't no big three. It's just Big Me." I was like, "Ooh." He didn't try to hide sugarcoat. He wouldn't hide behind the rock.
Cole said it best, man. I think like your name wasn't being mentioned. You had to get back in the spotlight. I get it. What's the best way to do it? Drop a diss track. Or throw a shot at somebody.
Yeah.
Or at the top dog. Like you said, hip hop needed.
Yeah, they needed it bad.
Definitely needed a shot. Needed a shot.
Boy, resuscitation is what it's called. Resuscitation, baby, because it was dry out there in the streets.
Yeah.
But Speaking of coming back out there, WrestleMania, baby, 2-day event.
Yes, sir.
Bring in your boy, The Rock, and Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. Who you got, Lefty? Who you got?
I think Cody and Seth win it. They win the tag battle, and then Seth turn on them tomorrow night, cost them the belt. Because it's not, they think it's gonna be head up. So that's my prediction.
So you predicting turncoat?
Mm-hmm.
A turncoat episode?
Yeah. Everybody think The Rock gonna turn. I think Seth and Cody gonna find a way to win tonight, and then Seth gonna turn on Cody tomorrow. Because Seth don't lose the Drew.
KDL.
Seth don't lose his belt.
KDL.
Seth definitely gonna lose. But it wouldn't be right. We got to take it all the way to the next time. So The Rock and them cheat tonight to win. That makes it bloodline rules. You got to take it all the way to the match. And then Rock turns on Roman and bounce. He going back there.
I think that's too
setting up SummerSlam later.
That's kind of predictable.
You got to take a bloodline.
But that would be a good setup, Rock. But Roman got to get to SummerSlam to get Hogan's record.
Yes.
Got to get past SummerSlam.
You got to get past SummerSlam.
But it wouldn't be for the belt. I think Cody wins this week. I think when Rock and Reigns fight in SummerSlam is for the tribal chief type thing. You know what I mean? Who the man in the bloodline. That's what I think. I think they both take time off after WrestleMania to lose them.
But Roman said on his documentary that he leaving after if he loses the belt, he gone. And that's been the rumor anyway that after WrestleMania he'll take some time off.
DY, you agree with this assessment from these two brothers? Or you got you a whole nother Law and Order theory?
We got a whole text group going that.
I agree with Kevo on the first night. I agree that they put bloodline rules up there. That means that they're going to win tonight. As far as tomorrow's concerned, I've already said it. I feel main event Jey Uso is going to cost Cody the chip and get back with the bloodline. I see that happen. But I keep stressing the wild card in all of this, and that's Senor Money in the Bank. I'm telling you, some way, somehow, I got a feeling he's going to try and cash in.
To who, though?
I think he'll cash in on Drew.
It could be Seth.
Drew or Seth is going to cash in.
I think Seth going to beat him.
Because you got to keep that belt on the Raw.
You know,
I thought they was going to give it to Drew. And then let him have his moment. And then he catch. Like one of them, somebody, the Judgment Day beat up somebody. He come in and catch him. Let Drew have his moment from this crowd, right? So he never got that. Got his moment. Just when he don't know what's happening, here comes Judgment Day.
You typically don't have two heels, though, kind of doing this.
On each other. Yeah, that's right.
Tell you, man, Seth going to lose and he ain't going to
cash in might be tomorrow night. Monday night.
But remember, Seth wanted Cody at a WrestleMania match in the beginning. Cody turned it down, so that's a reason. And then if Seth loses his belt, he's gonna be like, "No, you ain't getting this. You ain't finna have no shot. I ain't no shot. I helped you."
I do agree. One of them might turn on Cody. One of them, either Seth or Jay. And it'd be wild if Jay didn't fight, and then he ultimately turn and go back to the blood. Like that'd be wild.
You know what? I mentioned that, but me and Sly talked this morning. He called me yelling, of course. Well, we watching WrestleMania.
You too?
Yeah. But he was like, Jay right now, he's the top apparel seller.
He'll draw, so you can't
really draw. So take him back.
I know it's a few of y'all out there like, wrestling? These dudes in the wrestling?
Still.
You couldn't believe it.
And we're going to have it on up here. Facts. I'm logging into Peacock as soon as we get off the show.
Yeah, so, hey.
But we do agree it's going to be some type of sort.
Somebody turncoat. It wouldn't be WrestleMania if somebody didn't turncoat, man. But it's just the fact of who.
Right.
Who got the...
There's a lot of candidates out there.
Who got the bag slipped underneath the ring for him.
The other wild card is the Viper's always ready to turn. You know, it's about time for him to turn. It's about time for him to flip it. Especially if Roman going away. They need that head devil. It's nice on
Well,
RKO the shit out of you. Yeah, what up, dog? We good?
it's foul. All right, man. Let's start with the women. Last night, Final Four.
Gotta talk about the call.
Man, come on, man. Listen.
Got to.
South Carolina did their thing. Even though NC State first half, they were showing them that they was there. I don't know what happened in second half, man.
I can tell you.
They hit
South Carolina started South Carolina.
Right. But you know what? When Cardoso ran into the locker room with a knee, ankle, whatever it was, that kind of, that kind of messed up their flow.
So here's what they thought. Cardoso was killing them. Did she have 20 in the first half? Like 11
Yeah.
That was man to man. They had the smart idea to come out in the second half. Well, we just gonna go zone. That's not that. Then the 3-point shooter started lining. Then it started coming out of nowhere. Then they stayed in the zone too long. You know what I mean? So now, instead of a 1-point game, all of a sudden it's a 12-point. All of a sudden it's a 15-point game. Like you ain't stopped the bleeding, and you stayed in the zone.
Listen.
Like get out of the zone.
You try. Every coach should know. You try that zone just to see if it's gonna mix things up.
Yes. Just see if they're gonna hit a couple outside.
You got to get out of it.
As soon as like you said, they lined up and start teeing up.
Yeah, swinging the ball, bro. They had planned. Like, oh, that's what they want to do. Okay, come here.
They took turns. Yeah. They took turns, and then when they extended the zone a little bit, oh, you ready to eat down there again? Yeah. Boop, boop. And it's just like it was like Illinois, UConn all over.
I swear
that was terrible.
We was all like me and DY, we was all watching the game. I swear, I poured a shot of tequila and looked up. They was up 16. I said, "Damn, what happened? The game was just closed." Like South Carolina,
Jay
me, they like
Getty, what's up, man?
You know, they like UConn on the men's side, dude. Like they just that squad. Like
which is why I don't see Iowa beating them.
Yeah.
South Carolina got guards that control. Now you think old girl on UConn was guarding Caitlin last night.
Mule.
She did a great job, by the way.
Yeah.
But South Carolina got a couple guards.
Yeah, she got in foul trouble.
Yeah.
She got in foul trouble trying to. But you know what? She guarded the hell out of Juju.
Yeah.
She guarded Juju like crazy.
Bro, she was guarding the whole court.
Yeah.
Like soon they take the ball, like, even if Caitlin ain't got the ball, she was right.
And Caitlin a hard guard because she don't stop.
And see, that's the thing.
She does not stop.
With Iowa, you can take her off the ball. She doesn't have to be the
right.
With USC, Juju likes to have the ball. You got to start to play without the ball. And I also felt that Paige kind of settled and like she damn near fell asleep in the corner.
I don't think they got the ball enough.
But she didn't come and get the ball either.
Well, yeah.
They go two ways, Kev.
You got to want it. But you got to run your plays. Like
you got to run it through her.
Like she got to touch the. You can't go down the court in a 4.5-point game. Now it's under 5 minutes, and your best player is not touching the ball.
Right.
Like somebody shot a 3 that was banging the ball off her leg. Like get the where's she at? And I flipped to Diana Taurasi. I was going back and forth listening to what Taurasi was saying. Taurasi was saying the same thing. There's no way you can keep going on the floor and she don't touch the ball.
Right.
Yeah.
She's your best player.
Right.
And she sat in the corner way too much, DY. And it was just like somebody jacked up the 3. Then somebody, old girl with the colored braids got in the post and faded away. It was an air ball. It was like, and then Paige is standing over there like.
But
she didn't even snap. She didn't even snap like, give me the ball. Right. None of that.
Just surprising.
But
Gino got to make sure
and to that point, Gino's been here before. Gino's had spectacular players all throughout his tenure there. So he knows what it takes in order to get those players the ball at the right moment. He knew what she needed yesterday. For whatever reason, he didn't put something in place for her to get the ball more. And it's obvious she became a little bit more aggressive as they were coming down the stretch. But it was not enough at the end they didn't do enough in the end, and they could not buy a bucket.
Yeah.
Nobody on the team missed so many shots.
They was missing threes too.
Until Lagarde, they got the steal, and old girl kicked it out. She hit the three, cut it to one.
Mm-hmm.
Like, now we got drama.
Yeah.
We got drama.
Yeah.
They
So
the car was tripping.
I'm gonna read this comment. It's kind of off sports, but it's what we do about the guys. Jay Greer's is the first time listener on the show. Said, fellas, all I know is wine, black, and miles with the wood tip.
Mild black.
Pause. I want to get off into smoking on real cigars, though. Can y'all give me some good cigars to start off with as a first-time cigar smoker?
Oh, sure. Something medium.
You got to go medium, man. You can't go Maduro, full body, because that'll turn you off too quick, man. Because it could make you sick. It could take you there and you're not ready. But
acid is a good place.
Acid is a good spot. Acid cool.
That's a good
spot.
But something light. So when you go into the cigar shop, man, make sure that you talk to the owner or whoever's ringing you up in the humidor with you and start light.
And make sure you eat. Because if you ever been sick off a cigar, it is the worst feeling.
And say no Maduro
in the world.
Right.
And if you smoke too strong right away, you got to build up to it. So, yeah.
Yeah, so you got to build your palate up.
Yeah, hey, come on down to the shop, man. If you're in, Chicagoland area, come holler at us.
Yeah, come holler at us, man. You'll have a good time with us, man. We'll take you through all the highs and the lows and the turncoatness.
And we gonna get you off that wine. We gonna get you. Yeah.
I won't say nothing, but
we gonna get you off that wine.
That wine that's a bit
Yeah. You're gonna need something a little stronger.
Yeah, man. So
now let's talk about this car.
Now, okay. I watched it several times. I even rewinded and hit the pause because, okay, she got a little bit of an elbow in there, little bit. But at that point in the game, you don't make that call.
That's the problem.
You don't make that call and you let it play out.
Technically, it was an illegal screen. Technically, by the book.
But that's only because
how many of those screens did they do? And how many did they call that?
Right. If you call that, then you could have cut. That's just like
if you start calling that in the first quarter, and
right.
You was like that, then I can see. Mm-hmm. But you wasn't calling it all games.
If you watch, like you said, I watched the replay too, and technically, yeah, she did this. If she would have did this, the elbows came out. Girl kind of sold it, even though she still got through.
That's what it was.
She kind of sold it.
She got her LeBron.
She still got through though. She didn't stop running. She didn't sold it and fall all on the ground. She kind of sold it and still ran through it, but the ref was ready to call it. You can't do that at that point.
But you got to swallow the whistle.
Then, man. That's just like calling. If you call that.
I'm glad you said pause.
I mean, pause.
You got to swallow the whistle, man.
If you're gonna call that at that point, then that's just like calling holding in the NFL every play. Like if you're gonna call
the last play.
Yeah, you can't call it. You can't do that.
Now, on the flip side, I'm gonna say this, kid. They should have never been in a position in the first place.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Because they had them down.
I agree with that.
And then they just relaxed or something. You can't relax with
I went on the run, bro. Like,
so you gotta keep putting it on them.
Caitlin hit a couple shots. The others, so to speak, was balling. Like they went on the run.
They had a nice
others.
That's what the announcers are.
Right.
That's so disrespectful.
Right. But like the other, they started hitting threes, bro. The big girl was killing.
Okay. Here's a comment out here from Sports Zone. That was Paige's fault. She needed to curl around the screen and not leave as much space between her and the screener. You taught that all the time.
Yeah, that's true.
So first of all, you taught not to go too early. Number one,
right?
You gotta let the screen develop, right? And like you said, you got to come around the screen where you're open. Now she wouldn't. If you really watch it, she wouldn't have had a good look. She got the. She wouldn't have had a good look. everything was too clogged up. She would have to force a shot.
Because technically, 95% of the time when on that call, it's actually the ball handler's fault.
Mhm.
They didn't run them off. They didn't run them off the screen correctly.
Well, you didn't wait.
Because right, like you say, you're supposed to touch shoulders. You run them into the screen,
Right.
but
And there's too much space.
the person setting the pick is trying to do their job, and now they got to,
when you got that space,
right?
you
You got
get that little lean.
That's
in there.
you know what?
Yeah.
That's how elbow.
That's why her elbow came out. But if she would have been tight, she'd have got that ball and curled
But
right to the basket for the layup.
But you
that could have went down as one of the greatest women, probably NCAA games in history.
Yeah.
Had you let that play out instead of making that call. Just as like the referee, somebody got to huddle up, out of the timeout and say, hey, unless it's an obvious, like some obvious shit,
if a girl
let it happen.
Fell on the
Right.
ground,
Like, we got to swallow this.
She sold it a little bit.
What is social media? They went straight to
Conspiracy.
it's conspiracy.
They won't go like
It's rigged. This is bullshit.
That's been the theme the entire tournament.
Mhm.
Is
See, I'm not
They
going
won't
to
hurt.
they've been saying white power the entire. I was hanging out with my guys for the last game, and
Martrice Ford, my man, what's up?
a
Rucker.
recurring theme is white
Oh,
power.
that's tough.
I'm not gonna go that far. I'm gonna tell you
I
why.
mean,
That's disrespecting Iowa's players.
I agree.
Iowa's players were down 12. They came back and took the lead.
Mm-hmm.
That's not the refs doing.
I agree.
So I'm not gonna say that. It's a bad call at the time. It's a terrible call at that time. Like you gotta, like you said, that's just like calling holding with 3 seconds left. That's my kid. Like
Right.
you don't do that. That's terrible. The refs, you gotta. And who's to say she would have hit the shot to begin with?
Exactly.
Right.
But let it play.
But let it play out.
Let it
play out.
Let it play out.
It could have just been okay. They lost, or this goes down in one of the greatest.
You can easily justify as a referee to say, I didn't make that call. I let them play out.
Right.
Versus I made a bad call,
Right.
and that's going to forever remain.
But
You know what they did? They took away one shining moment. That could have been her shining moment. And you took away. Yeah, it could have been at the end. When you shot.
UConn had 6 players on the bench. They didn't have much of a rotation.
Dude, they had 5 out for the season, bro.
Bud was killing the entire tournament. She missed the last 2 games.
4 knees. 4 was knees.
Pagans got back.
And
Yeah.
Paige,
Like if they had their full squad, bro, they would have.
well, Paige was in mode. Paige was averaging almost 29 points a game in the
She
team.
just really get back. Like she coming back to.
Technically, she lost 2 years, but they don't take it away from you. They medical. So she got medical. Yeah.
And what y'all don't remember is, I don't know if y'all do or not, she was the cake.
Yeah.
Like she was the freshman. She
I've
was
been telling people the whole time.
Like if she would have kept
Caitlin is her.
right.
Facts.
Period.
No, that I'm not taking nothing away from it. But what I'm saying is, Paige was that girl when she first got in college. Like she balled out and played a year. Now let's say she don't get hurt. Let's say like she kept on that trajectory. Man, okay, I'm not taking nothing away from Caitlin, but Paige was that girl.
It could be some question marks out there. Who the greatest?
Yeah.
Who the greatest? At the time. I ain't gonna say greatest because we ain't had this conversation. We ain't had this conversation so much about, you got Candace Parker, you got Tarasi. I mean, it's a host of names you can go to.
That's
right.
So let's speak on it real quick. So they're saying if she wins this championship, right, with the squad that got around her, they still be disrespecting her team. But I think that's disrespectful. If she wins it, that makes her the GOAT because now she actually got a ring. I disagree because I watched Diamond Taurasi. I watched Maya Moore. I watched Candace Parker. I watched
Cheryl Swoops.
I remember Cheryl Miller.
Bro, like let's not do that. Like Cynthia Cooper, like let's not do the GOAT. You can say she's one of the best college players.
Now she could be in the conversation
no argument
about what she's done stat wise, and she got a chip, but
she's having that.
Let's not do the GOAT.
But she's having that Steph Curry effect on women's basketball. The way she does it, and it's kind of it's changing to that. Like we weren't used to that in women's ball, but now
But
So they gonna, of course, they gonna start throwing her up there as that because I mean, I would have put it.
I'm gonna tell you,
Brandon Stewart got four rings.
Right.
And the GOAT to me is Tarasi.
That down.
He the GOAT to me and never averaged more than 17 points in college.
Maya Moore she was cold.
Mine was cold.
That's wild.
But like you said,
That was kind of wild.
But Tarasi lost as a freshman and said, "I'll never lose another game like this ever again," and went on to win 3 straight championships.
Yeah. Here's the difference. I bet you Tarasi with that ball. I bet you Tarasi with that ball. Yeah. Like, we ain't going down this court no more. I ain't touching the ball.
Right.
She would like, hey.
Like, this going to be the last time.
She would have been like, here. Get it here. Because she ain't with it refs.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
She ain't with it refs. She gives no fuck.
None whatsoever. I will say, Caitlin kind of punked Paige.
What?
During the game last night, you didn't see them. She kind of elbow. They lost the ball in the tussle, and they was fighting for it, and she gave that little elbow and pushed off, and she looked to the ref like this. I said, "Girl, you got to tough up. You better toughen up. Don't let her bow you all in your chest, and then you look at the referee. You supposed to say, all right,
trying to get another foul to get out of the game.
Like, all right."
Caitlin always do a little dirty.
Yeah.
She do.
Yeah.
Larry
But you know what? She do. See, people made the difference between her and Angel Reese. Angel Reese do the same thing. They talk.
Yeah.
Run over the mouth. Caitlin do the same thing. She do it in a different way. So does her team.
It be low key,
but it's low key. She don't do it this time.
Angel, Angel get it right in you.
Right.
She's from Baltimore, man.
Angel,
everybody understands. Like she down in LSU, but she forget she from New York.
Same stuff, bro.
Okay,
she was,
so
she was in the wire. She was in the wire, man.
Avon niece. Oh my God. No, but so let's talk about Angel because that's been a big topic too.
Acho went off.
I'm with Acho.
I am too.
I 100% agree. I 100% agree with him. Don't be the big bad wolf. Don't be the big bad wolf. And then when you lose, now you want to throw the victim card.
Right.
I've been this. I've been.
We always say you want to get the likes,
right?
But when the dislikes come, now you all in your
and the question is,
take them both.
If they would have won, would you have did that? Made that statement in that press conference. When you want to be the villain, you got to stay the villain. Right. Draymond Green gives 0 fucks. He the bad guy. He embraces it. So if you're gonna take that role, if that's how you're gonna act, and that's how you're gonna come off, just embrace it. And be humble in the press conference in the loss. Like, hey, I lost. Now, if you want to come out late, maybe the timing to do that was bad. You don't do that right after the loss because now it looked like you won. Yeah. That's the part that didn't look good.
What the Joker say? The Joker said, "You be the good guy long enough, you automatically become the villain. You become the villain."
So it's 2 ways to look at this, y'all. I get the villain part to where she taunts and she talks and she elbows, waves by to people and all that. I get it. So when you lose, you just got to take the loss.
Right.
I get it. But when a 21-year-old says that it was racial, it was death threats, it was sexualized, right? Part of that is her fault for doing all the bikini stuff and all that after she won and all that.
And like 100% female athletes.
But at the same time, you're 21 years old. So if she's telling you she's getting death threats,
Sports Illustrated swimsuit.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. It's part of it. I get it. But if she's telling you at 21 years old that she's getting death threats and racial stuff and sexualized, the way she put it, then you gotta, I don't know, man, cause pause. The on the court stuff, I get it. You gotta if you dish it, you gotta be able to take it. I have no problem with that part. But that ain't what Alcho said. Alcho went in with deep to me at a 21-year-old. At a 21-year-old black female, as a man, you can't do that. You just simply can't do it. That's why he got so much back.
What do you mean he went deep?
He went too deep with it, dog.
Because what do you mean?
I think he meant to say, if you're the villain and you talk trash and all that, and you tell grown people watch your mouth, and you right. He was right on that part. That's on the court stuff. That fine. You got to be able to take it. Hey, you lost. Take it. Right? Cool. But when she tells you she's getting death threats, he didn't touch on that. When she tells you she's getting racial and sexualized, he didn't touch on that. I think he meant on the on-court stuff, which that part was true. But when a 21-year-old is telling you she's getting death threats, that's called a pause.
But Kev,
He didn't do that.
but Kev,
That's why he got so much.
understand this. After they won last year, she was getting that stuff then when she was on the high.
That's
But she didn't mention it then. But now, after you catch this L, now you mention it.
Dude,
You should have mentioned it when you was on the high point of your career. You should have been like, hey, you know, to the people that's out there getting
My
death
understanding
threats,
was she was
you
saying
should have brought it out there.
it's been
And you would have
happening.
got way more love when you was on top.
She didn't get it until she won. So she's telling you this has been happening since last year up until now. So here I'm letting it out because I lost. But again,
That's what you
we
just
can't.
said.
But we
I
can't.
lost. You just said it.
Okay, cool. But we can't disregard a 21-year-old telling you she's getting death threats. We have to disregard that. We can't disregard she's telling you it's racial. She's telling you it's sexualized. We can't disregard that. I get the on-court stuff. I have no problem with the on-court stuff. You dish it, take it. Get over it. I have no problem with it. But if a 21-year-old is telling you she's getting death threats, you can't say, oh, man, that's part of it.
I get it. I get the death threat thing. The death threat thing is a little too far, but racial and sexualized athletes been going through that. Like every athlete goes. Damn, the big time athletes go.
They burned Reggie Miller's house down when he said he was wanted to be traded from Indiana.
You know how many times? You know how many times they get called nigga and all type of wild shit. That happens. I'm not saying it's right, but it's part of the game. Once again, do you make those statements in a press conference if you all would have won? Do you come out then? Do you go in that press conference and make those statements?
Well, we don't know.
She wasn't.
How we know? If they would have won, let's say they would have won again. Mm-hmm. Let's say they made it all the way. She won the championship, and then she tells you, oh, she's been going through all that, which I respect it more.
I would have took it more. Yeah, I would have respected it.
So a 21-year-old telling you she getting death.
I would have respected it.
Oh, well, that's part of it. I mean, you should have been doing it. Come on, man.
I'm not saying that.
That's what I saying.
I'm not saying that.
That's what I said. That's what it sounds like. So y'all disregard it.
No.
Look, again, I'm not tripping on the on-court stuff. You take that. But when she's telling you it's off-the-court stuff, bro, you gotta. Okay,
we just playing this bad time.
She lost.
I think you mistaken villainy for the passion that young lady plays with, and most young ladies who are in that position play with it. Look at those girls at UConn yesterday when they did their post game press conference. They up there crying, all full of emotion, everything. And, I mean, the fact of the matter is, and this lady, I mean, this young lady knew she had played her final game. So it's a gamut of emotions, especially for a woman that's going through all of that. And she got people up there speaking for her. Hey, you don't know her like I know her. You don't know what she do you don't know how she pushes it. You don't know how she made us better. So you can say what you want to say. Yeah, the timing of it, the visuals of it don't necessarily look great in that respect. But at the same time, they labeled her a villain. The sexism or anything that comes from that all come from media. All of these things came from outside sources. She didn't portray that role. So when Caitlin Clark gives somebody elbow, she got a special way of doing it. When Angel Reese get that elbow, oh, she's the villain. She's a bad girl. She's from Baltimore.
Yeah, but remember too, it was the disrespecting coaches. Like she been on her high horse. She been on her high horse all year. They had to bench her, right? The coach had to bench her because she was just out of pocket.
Well, don't get me started on Marky because she has her own problem.
Right, but I'm saying when you but when you make the comment that we're villainized, no, you're acting it. Like you're acting now.
No, what she did is embraced it.
Right. Well, then she keep embracing.
She embraced it.
She's also made the statement. I make more than WNBA players now. So what I got to like she run around with her ass on her shoulders the whole time. Like I said, I get it. You know, the emotion of it. I'm with you all the way on that thing. I get it. You upset. But she took it away from the game and made it about her. She made that press conference about her, not the team losing, not, my final time on here with my girls. Or
somebody got that other. How to go like this?
Yeah, she made it. She pulled it. She made it about her and went into full victim mode. And That's all it is. I mean, if you want to say it later or whatever, even if she could have said it today, it would have came off better. You know what I'm saying? Over right after the game. So as soon as the game over, I've been sexualized and I'm getting death threats.
So she didn't say it on y'all time. She said it on her time. So it came out wrong and she was y'all back.
It's the look.
But 2 days later, she would say, I got death threats and sexualized and all that racism and all that. Y'all would say, well, she said it after the game, so that's cool. But if she said it right after the game, when all the emotions, she realized that was her last college game, it's over, then that's bad timing on y'all time.
Welcome to the
Not
stripper
on
game.
her time.
Welcome to the stripper game. What it is.
It's a 21-year-old girl, man.
Man, look, she a millionaire.
Man.
She a millionaire.
Dirtiest man.
She a millionaire.
You wonder why.
Hey, put on your big girl panties.
This is why I brought him onto the show the way I did.
It is what it is. Look,
Man, if a 21-year-old is telling you she getting death threats, man, that's cause to pause, man.
I get it.
And I think
Especially a black woman.
I agree.
And I think Acho went too far with it. Acho was talking to her as if she was a football player. As if she was coming off like he
was talking to her like a professional athlete. When they start getting NIL money, when they become millionaires, you're pretty much a professional athlete.
Okay, but that's the school fault. That ain't her fault. So
I got the school fault. It's not school fault.
So don't put that on her. That now you're gonna be treated as a professional athlete. No.
Yeah, when she's a millionaire.
So what? Look, man, she's a college student. Let her be a college student because the sport made it a business. Don't treat her like it's a business. She ain't got no right saying this, saying that because she getting paid. Yeah, everybody else getting paid.
Ain't nobody saying she don't have no right.
Well, I mean, you treating her like she'll
They care.
Like that's what
Follow the money, bro. Once money got
she
involved,
said herself she made more than
you are a
It's
professional.
the business. That's
You're
not
a professional.
That's not the student athlete's fault. That's
You're
the
a professional
college's fault.
now,
They
man.
turned it into a business. So don't treat her like she's a professional because she's not. She happened to be getting paid. So what? She should be getting paid. Everybody else getting paid.
when you get paid to do something, you're a professional. Period. Whether you in grammar school, high school, college, you're paid to do something. You're a professional.
So ain't no student athletes no more. Everybody professional.
They professionals, and that's why they're being treated.
Nobody going to college.
But this is the con
We're gonna treat
of us wanting to pay the athletes. We have been trying.
We have say she a college athlete, and all of a sudden we're gonna treat her.
You're the main one that's been trying for athletes to college athletes to get paid forever. So here's the other side of it.
No problem.
Now, this is the con. The pro is, they deserve it. They should. But here's the con. You're a professional. You're gonna catch all the heat.
But she's not a professional.
All these meetings, she is a professional. She's paid. She's getting paid.
She's getting endorsement deals.
Right.
She's not getting paid by the college, so she's not a professional. She's not getting.
This girl is a multi-millionaire. How much she worth? Somebody look at her. How much is she worth?
Is LSU paying her to play basketball?
No, they not.
Okay, so that does not make her
hold on.
Yes or no?
But the LSU platform is
Our
watching.
boosters from LSU paying her.
That's a yes. The LSU platform is what she's getting paid for.
Professional athletes get paid by their team. She's not getting paid by her team. She's getting endorsements because she's one of the top.
Jay Greer say this is the same behavior that's with Taylor Williams too. Sean, what you got, man?
Angel Reese endorsements. She's valued. Her NIL valued. Her NIL value is $1.8 million.
Yeah. D.Y.
So what?
Pulled it up too.
What the hell do you got to do with it?
That's a hell of a student loan stipend.
Shit. I want to get this straight. I want to make sure we on the same.
You know how many cafeteria pizza?
So, white box, the white box, right?
She eat crab leg there like a fish stick, right? Nasty ass sloppy joes. Shit, have y'all.
Let me get this right. So my understanding of a professional athlete is if I played for the Lakers pay me to play. So if you're a professional athlete, LSU should be paying her to play. She shouldn't be going to class. She should be getting a check from LSU. Is he or is she not getting a check from LSU?
She's not. Well, she's
Okay.
she
So
probably
that means she's not a professional.
She is because
So
she's
okay.
also
She's
getting
getting endorsed.
free education.
No, it's not free. You still got it.
She's getting
But
paid.
look,
She's getting paid because she's an athlete and she plays for LSU. That's why they ain't paying her because she's pretty. She ain't getting endorsement deals because she look good. She getting endorsement deals because she played basketball for LSU. That's why she got the
she
endorsement
deserves
deal.
it because she's
So,
getting endorsement.
so whether it's a third party
It's okay
paying
to
you or
give
not,
her 21 years old. It's okay.
You can turn it in the box right here, baby.
Is that what we doing here? We
Hold on.
That's what Sports Illustrated had a scripture edition since we was 2 years old. So women have always been sexualized in sports. It's a part of it. Ain't nobody. It's not no.
So we condone it.
It's not condoning, but it is what it is.
We got Ronnie the aficionado here. You got a question, man? You got a comment here.
She's a celebrity.
Celebrity.
That's a better word.
That's a
That's
better
a better
word.
word. That's a better word.
So, a 21-year-old college student, this your daughter. She's 21-year. I'm putting you in the position. 21-year-old college athlete, you got, right? Because she getting endorsement deals, right? It's okay. For your death threats is part of it.
It's not okay. It's not okay.
So
Never okay.
yeah.
But that's a celebrity.
But it come with it, right?
What's
So it's okay.
So
No.
what's
Why
the
would
difference
you
in
say
trashing?
trashing?
What's the difference in trashing high school kids or how they talk about Bronny James? He's a kid. How they talk about him, trash, him, and all your dad ain't this. What's the difference? They catch it. He's a celebrity. Well, is it because she's a woman?
That's what it's yeah.
No.
You get a little sensitive because you're a woman.
Y'all misconstruing it.
I'm just saying.
I'm not saying
You got
what
some
comes
tissue
with
petito.
your.
You got some tissue petito over there. You get thoughtful.
See, y'all, because y'all always time for her. They don't make as much as the men. They not treated like the NBA.
First of all,
They don't have this. They don't have
First of
that.
all, she's not a professional athlete. We need to keep.
Well, she's a celebrity. Well, she's a celebrity. Ronnie corrected her. She's a celebrity.
As if she's a professional athlete and she's not, because you're gonna deem her.
Celebrities got you too.
But she's not, bro. She's a college student.
The difference in telling a little kid. What's the difference in telling a kid singer that they song trash? That's trash. Little 7-year-old song trash.
That is professional.
Come on.
Hey, Ben.
He's not a
So you get the judge.
He's not a
Sean, look
Hey,
like
Ben,
you got some comments.
before you guys ask, Bronny James NIL value is 5.9 million. Just before you guys even ask.
Exactly.
5.9 from Bronny James.
Yeah,
That's his
exactly.
NIL.
You know it was coming, Sean. You know.
Right.
So you know
He should
what?
get that to somebody that need it.
Y'all just gave me the hee.
Wait,
What?
is it Sean or Isaac today? And is it his birthday?
Is it your birthday again today, Isaac?
It's Sean or Isaac.
You know what it is? It is my birthday, and yes, I am Isaac. I'm only Isaac when I go on vacation.
We didn't give him a name out of town.
This way, no one can find me on social media. They're looking up Isaac.
So,
My mom's
Bronny
birthday, son.
James, transfer portal. No issues with that.
No issue.
Draft, I initially had an issue with it, but I don't now.
The guards need to see it back.
Because somebody, I can't remember who it was, said, okay, you put your name in the draft, you go through the draft process.
Mm-hmm.
So now you're going to get evaluated by the best of the best pros. And they're going to, if there's things that you need to work on, they're going to tell you what you need to work on to make it to the league. And now you come back next year and you work on everything that they said,
Yes.
and you get yourself better.
Yes.
I have no issues, no concerns with that.
Okay.
Put his name in the draft.
Okay.
First, I was like, oh, he had 4 points. And
That was everybody's reaction.
but now I have no issue with it.
So he's going to end up transferring. It makes sense for him to transfer because USC guards are better than him, number one. Number two,
They had a leg up on him because he got sick.
He got sick, which is all the more reason he needs another year in college to play a full season. That means you come into training, you go through your training in the summer, in the fall, you go through conditioning, you go through a whole season. And like you said, you work on your he's worse than he was when he first got there. Like he has some skills, no doubt. But he didn't play a lot. Because the people that were playing with him were better than him. Secondly, he was on a ministry structure. So that's not fair to judge him off 4.8. I know that's ridiculous. And nobody should be making
I was ready to
Yeah,
go
ain't
in.
nobody making a transfer either.
I was ready to go in because I had stats. He only had double-digit scoring in 3 out of 25 games.
Yeah, but
His highest was 15 points. I was ready to go in,
because
but I'm pulled off the back.
Kanye, whatever his name is, the point guard.
Yeah.
And it's another guard. They're better than
Boo Boo.
that's just facts.
Boo Games, whatever.
So,
yeah.
And then Kanye. So they're better than him. Now, they had a leg up because they had a full season. They didn't have a hard part. I get it. Which is why he needs a full year to really evaluate and see if you're ready for the NBA. You're not ready for the NBA right now, dog. And I know LeBron on some, hey, he's his own man, the family are back, and whatever you do.
It's not that he didn't have a full year.
You know he's not ready for your profession.
It's not that he didn't have a full year. It's coming into the season. He got he didn't work out. He wasn't working on the game. He wasn't hitting the weights. He couldn't do all of that.
That's why you should stay in
But this goes back. Bronny, man, I'm team LeBron all day, but he's the face of that. Let's just call it what it is. Because of LeBron, because he's LeBron's son, he got the McDonald's All-American spot that he shouldn't have got. He definitely shouldn't have got that.
Wait.
Yeah.
You retracted?
No.
I never said he deserved that spot. I never said Bronny deserved that spot.
He was better coming out of high school than he is now. He regressed only because
right. And but like you say, go to the draft process. They're gonna tell him what to work on. You know what's gonna happen. LeBron's a free agent. Everybody knows that. LeBron and Bronny playing together. First dad, son. He's gonna get drafted so somebody can sign his dad.
So you don't think you're gonna?
That's why
LeBron's fault. LeBron has created all of this drama.
I give you that. I definitely give you that.
LeBron,
he is definitely abusing he's taking his power to a whole other level.
And so
by making you draft his son.
Even if he gets drafted, he is G League bound at best. There's no way that those two are going to play together outside of maybe a preseason game in their backyard.
You got Thanos, Giannis' brother, who stay on the roster.
Well,
he trash.
He's a better shooter.
Thanos, what's his name? I call it Thanos. I can't pronounce his name. Thanos, keep a check. He's been on the team all these years, so Giannis won't leave Milwaukee because Giannis say, "I want my brother on the team." So what the hell you think LeBron gonna do with his son?
One of the greatest players in the league.
So what you think LeBron gonna do with his son? I ain't sending my son no G. He gonna stay up here with me.
First, one thing that's different is that's the one thing. So in order to make him comfortable, look at Joker. Joker got his brothers over here, right?
Yeah,
but they ain't on the squad.
That's affiliated with the team.
They in the crowd.
They secure.
But that's actually what that was.
You think the big motherfuckers?
They top flight.
And that's what
They top flight. They got no good. But they with.
Thanos is, first of all, he's ML card. Everybody needs ML card. Chewy. Number 2.
ML could play a little bit.
But
you see him play?
He get 8-second bounce. I didn't know he was talking about it. But look, I did y'all look at it. Thanos, look, his mama told him, look here, he gonna put you on this team. Anything happen to him, you have it.
So what about the other brother?
Whenever somebody foul y'all,
what about the other brother? He ain't getting no love.
He actually got a ring.
What I'm just saying.
He went back on.
He went back on the scene.
He said, "I ain't with all of this. I'm going back." The other brother said,
I got a favorite brother. You know, some brothers
his
like
mama told him, trust me.
You like that?
It's your responsibility. That's why when Giannis get hard foul, you better run out on the court. Giannis get hurt, you run right out on the court. Like, I got it.
He ain't got nothing else to do. You know, right? So look, let me tell you something. If Milwaukee did whatever they had to do to keep Giannis in Milwaukee. Because he's the biggest thing in Milwaukee, right? And he can vote for a bigger market at any time. What I'm saying, back to the Bronny thing, if Giannis got that type of pull for his brother, what the hell you think LeBron gonna do with his son?
Bro, look.
What do you think LeBron gonna do with his son?
You want to waste a second-round pick, all for
just to give LeBron a sign,
just to see him play.
The Lakers will probably draft him just to keep LeBron there. They can retire him. Second round, you don't think the Lakers will take LeBron?
He's not better than the light student dude at the end of the bench. You don't waste a
He
roster
ain't
spot.
better than Scottie Pippen Jr. I get all that.
Okay, well, let's say that.
But that's LeBron's son, not Scottie's son.
Giannis is the biggest thing that hit Milwaukee since the Fonz.
He ain't lying. I stopped thinking back.
Hey.
Yeah. Damn, he went back.
Let me ask you this question, and you got to look a little bit down the road for this.
But the jacket.
Is what Bronny is the method that he's used going to be a template for future, let's say, mid-level talent? Enter the portal.
They've been doing that for years.
Draft eligible.
He's not the first to do it.
But he's kind of high profile, correct?
Yeah,
and he could potentially make an NBA roster on account of this, on account of the process. Potentially. Let's say he somehow, some way shows the flashes in these pre-draft meetings and camps and things like that, that he somehow, some way performs and opens the eyes of some scouts.
Mm-hmm.
Does this set a trend for players who are similar to him? Not but the kids of
no, because everybody LeBron James.
Right. But
if it was Jeff Jordan,
it's been kids that have done this through the years that put their name in the draft. Don't give up the eligibility.
Yeah, remember, they didn't have the portal back.
No, I'm scratching the portal out. Kids can put their name in the draft, not giving up the eligibility, went through the process to gauge themselves and see where they at. And then they shot the world because there's many people that are better pros than they were college.
I agree with that.
A lot.
Cockburn declared a few times, didn't he? Before
Sure did.
3 times.
Yeah, he did a few times.
Still, I think he's gonna end up staying. The only reason I follow LeBron, LeBron made a comment throughout the year that my son is better than half these NBA players. He said, and secondly, I get he is his own man. He's 21 years old. He got some decisions to make. Me and the family gonna back him regardless. Cool. Say that public. He's trying to come into your profession. You've been in this league 20 years. You know your son is not ready today for the NBA. I don't give a damn what draft cap you know he's not. So as a dad or as a professional, you know your son is not ready for this league.
But he also knows his son is never going to be judged on a fair level. You're LeBron's son, and we all know he's never going to be as good as his father. Cool. He's not even close.
But the thing is, make sure he goes through a full season of college, man. Get him back in condition like all the other teams. I agree. And give him a full year somewhere where he's going to play, and maybe he can show the flashes of an NBA player. I have no problem with that. But don't put him in there now.
They going to handle Bryce a whole lot different.
Bryce, Bryce.
They're not going to have to make all these jumps. They're not going to have to go through all of this because Bryce's game is going to speak for himself. And you're right. Wherever it depends on where he goes in college, that's going to make or break Bryce.
Yeah, Bryce going to be about 6'9".
Also, wherever Bronny goes from the portal, it's going to make and break him too. He has to go to a program. He got to go to a program.
He's not going to the league. He's not ready for the league, man. LeBron will do him an injustice.
LeBron going to look at Rob and Jeannie and say, hey, you want me to retire here? Go get him. It's late second round, whatever it is.
They got the 58.
So you just go.
Yeah, like 58.
So you're going to go draft him just to play in the summer league, and we ain't going to see him.
Yeah. He on the team with his son.
He's going to be on the bench like, hey, way to go, Dad.
So even if
you going to put him in the game?
No, they're going to put him in the game.
For what? So now you're going to have somebody like Patrick Beverly come out.
He's going to beat Thanos. You just don't have to play. Just collect the check.
So you're going to waste up a roster spot.
They're not doing
but that's not
as long as LeBron is on that squad, he going to get some time. I'm not going to say he's getting 30, 40 minutes.
Okay, up 20.
He's going to get some time.
Go out there and guard Daniel. You want to put him in the game?
Run around after step.
Chase step. Your job is chase step.
See how that works.
He does play very complimentary.
He's solid.
But guess what? If he goes to the league, guess who he's working out with every day? every day, all day.
He's probably been working out.
He ain't doing that now because you got him with the Lakers on the road doing all of this. In the summertime, yeah, he probably.
You don't think he's
But
going
doing
to
Him and Bryce.
I can't tell.
Just like Steph did his whole life. Steph worked out in big players.
I can't tell.
So
he took a step.
What program is he about to go to? Do y'all think if he transfers anywhere?
He gonna go right.
Well, let me say this: USC head coach left.
Right.
So
That's why.
That's number one. The dude coming in, I forget his name. He's a coach. Muslim. He's coming in, don't know jack squat about Brown, other than what the media.
He should go right over there to UCLA.
That's what I think.
I was gonna say he's gonna stay out west for sure.
Yeah, no doubt.
But where out west, he went to go visit Oregon before, and then they had Ohio State and some other place out east.
He did visit Oregon. I forgot about that.
So
Oregon could be a good
Now I heard. What's the squad that's shot the world? Start with a D. I can't do Queens or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Got one of the coaches that did he play with LeBron?
Bernie James is not going to Duquesne, whatever.
That was his high school. I know you're talking about.
yeah, Duquesne is an academic school. He
ain't going to.
You're not.
Nobody knows if Bronny's smart or not.
But
he knows scholastic.
He gotta be smart. He a billionaire. We might well call him a billionaire.
That's Bron.
And he made 5.9 on the side. That's his side. 5.9 million. That's his little side.
He do that just for walking around campus putting the uniform.
Hey, but King, do not take my pocket change.
You think he gonna go to class? I make more than you, but you gonna teach me.
Come on, man. You don't think he's
Ronnie, man.
So you trying to say he like you or see? I mean, never mind.
Oh, damn.
Wow.
Well,
shots
Now you
fired.
coming after my academics. Okay.
I'm just saying.
That's low. That's low.
So we walk through the school. He's like, let me see your homework. Said, I ain't gonna keep carrying you the money. Damn.
I ain't gonna tell them what happened on your SAT. Ain't that crackhead.
So let's talk about the men because it is Final Four day and everything. Let's talk about the men.
I'm saying next year, Barney will take his talents to heart.
You don't take the top short and not have a court to play.
He said, they ain't got no quarter.
Oh, man, listen. Hey, Sean, you said you got
That's Bron. Did he get on the leather jacket?
Yeah. He got the
And Sean next to the statue.
Come on, man.
That was in Milwaukee, my 50th birthday. I told you about the dead body story, right?
No.
I told you about the dead body story, didn't I?
No.
Oh man. All right, we'll have to talk about that, dude. That was crazy. That's one hell of a way to bring in your 50th birthday. So that was in 21, man. We went to Milwaukee. The Sox were playing the Brewers. So we went up there and someone told me, I didn't even realize this. Someone told us at the game, like, oh, we told them from Chicago because a whole bunch of Chicago Sox fans went up there and they're like, oh, did you guys get a picture with the Fonz? We're like, no, what are you talking about? Like, oh, there's a statue of him by the river. Like, shut the front door. Like, no, and they told us, man. So next day for brunch, Saturday morning, man, that's where I got the picture. Is a picture, a statue of the Fonz. But I gotta tell you the dead body story another time, dude. That is crazy.
I'm gonna remind you of that.
Last year, my 50 was doing coke.
Any story that ends with dead body is a good one. So when we're talking about
dead body and tracks in someone's arm. That's
yeah.
So we got number 4 Alabama versus number 1 UConn. UConn has seemed to be the most complete team in the whole tournament, round of 64. Alabama, they jack up a lot of threes.
They only shot.
They long, but they long as well. Now, Alabama got that one 6 year, no, 6 year Nelson.
Some of the dude that was shooting threes.
That
Dude had like 30 and
the one that killed North Carolina.
Yeah.
Now, are they big enough? Are they big enough to challenge UConn?
No, they're not, number one. But number two, remember Big Boy kept getting all them putbacks, the man ones? Nah, Big Boy from UConn too big for him, number one. They too big for him. Like, they leave him in the game. He didn't want to single-handedly kill Illinois. Like, but Big Boy was getting a lot of putbacks. They grimy. But they best shot, they got to shoot the three, and they got to go in. But the problem is UConn can, y'all want to walk the ball up? Or y'all want to run? Okay, let's run.
They can do it all.
They can do it all, bro. Like,
they complete.
It's no weaknesses on UConn. Man. This state tournament to lose. They well coached. They disciplined. They don't make a lot of mistakes, man. They just, I mean, they're juggernaut. But at this point, they're juggernaut. I can't see any of these three remaining outside of the neck of touch.
So y'all don't think UConn and Purdue two big boys on the collision course?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So okay, now you got number 11, NC State with Burns Jr.
Love the underdog story.
I love
number
it.
1 Purdue.
But Burns Jr., man, can't jump over. Like, what, if I put this lighter right here, Burns Jr. can't jump over. That's all I'm saying right now.
Sound like weight discrimination. Sound like weight discrimination.
These are people moving.
He got some skills. He got the coldest spin move on the inside of the court. Like, but Edie too big for him. You ain't gonna be Edie gonna swat it, bro. Like,
do you notice he has Chris Webber's?
He light on the speed, though. I
move
get
on the block. When he spins, that elbow don't move, but it hooks it.
Yeah.
And it's real
It moves the hell.
He uses his body. He uses his body very well. That's why they're saying some NFL teams are already asking about it. Like, you know what I mean?
Man, when the man playing basketball, trying to change
Can he take a hit?
First of all,
now they want him to block.
he would be tired after 2 runs up and
He
down the
still
court.
got to get a hit. He's still going to get hit.
For basketball, though, he's light on his feet. He can't jump, but he's light on his feet. He got a little touch. He got a little flow. Like, he did a spin, did a little touch with it. Like, that's good. He left-handed, but Edie can let him spin and still swat it. Like, you ain't going to be able to do that against Edie. So either now you got to step out.
Technically, he could get Edie in foul trouble.
I don't think they're gonna put him on here.
No,
I don't either. They're not going to put him on.
But the other
Edie going to eat.
The other kid at NC State.
And the NC State, it's really, man, I know everybody, we focus on Eddie Winslow Jr., big boy, but he looks just like Eddie Winslow. He looked just like him. They put him side by side. They put him side by side. He looked just like Eddie Winslow.
He did.
When you see Eddie Winslow and
they look like twins.
You gotta watch. If you want to see Eddie Winslow, you gotta watch Tubi.
Yeah, we do. But NC State guard play, man, is really
that's what they're
driving for.
Yeah, that's right.
State guard.
So any team in the NCAA round of 64, if you don't have good guards.
But NC State guards have been balling. If they can pull it off, it'll be because of the guards, not because of.
That's why Purdue got ousted early last year and the year before.
I was gonna say
because of their guards.
And Purdue guards are good.
They got better. They got better.
They are.
He's right. Not this year, but normally we always talk about Purdue's guards.
Yeah,
but NC State guards can give them a run, man. I tell you, NC State when their guards heat up,
like Big Boy ain't gonna be able to dominate Edie like that. So I think they're gonna have to shoot 3-2 to make it again. Other than that, Edie gonna kill him.
Yeah.
Edie gonna kill him. Big Boy, all that old spin, Edie too big. Right? He
gonna just wait till you go up.
Wait till you go up the spot. Right. So you can spin all you want.
But remember, he's light on his feet. He can't jump. He got body control, and that can equal at least 3 fouls. Now, if he get them 3 fouls early,
I don't think
it's a
I don't
different ball game.
I don't think they're gonna get blown out.
It's a different ball game.
NC State
if he get 3 fouls in the first half.
I think NC State can pull this off. I think their guard play is a little better than.
Because if I was the coach,
Purdue had their threes. Of course, you can't do nothing.
If I was their coach, I would say, I don't care if you block your shots 8 million times. You go into his chest.
Okay, so you can use the Illinois method that they did against Connecticut. Keep going into them.
Yes. Keep going into them.
And then at the 30
But
run,
hold on.
as the 30 run proceeded.
But what they did, you have to go into the chest and go up. Don't go into the chest and then trying to do this. Shannon was trying to do Derrick Rose moves and put on the glass, and he was just like, swat.
But you know what? The thing is, but at this point in the season, you just got to do what you do best. Do what got you there. Don't try to change it up and focus on trying to get Edie in foul trouble. Because now you're not playing your game. And you're going to probably get blown out, Jim. If you focus on it.
Don't reinvent it.
Right. I mean, we didn't got here playing how we played. They the underdog. They're Cinderella right now. And, you know.
The neutralizer in that game would be if Edie got in foul trouble. That's the only way. That's the only way I see
Then
it.
Big Boy killed.
Which means they got to go at it.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm saying.
Which
Don't
means
shy away.
Well, we just saw.
Well, some of those was fouls that they weren't called. You gotta admit that.
But typically in the Final Four, they don't call the games that tight either. Like they let them play. Mm-hmm. They don't really get involved. Like the refs don't get involved like that. They gonna let them go. Another thing NC State can do, you can just run easy to death.
Yeah.
Just up tempo.
I was gonna say you can up tempo,
but then you're gonna tire Eddie Winslow. If you do that, you're gonna wear him out.
Man, Big Boy in shape, man.
Well, they do. Their coach do a good job of subbing him.
Yeah. You can't let him just.
So you be like, why he ain't in the game? You look down there, he like.
So up tempo for NC State, shoot the three, foul down. Other than that, we got the number one versus number one collision course.
Yeah,
facts.
Yeah, and
but
honestly, that's what they want. That's what they really want to see.
Yeah,
they want to see.
And I wouldn't mind. I myself, I want to see Edie go up against somebody that's inside.
But I was gonna say, you kind of guards kill with new guards.
Probably out there.
Oh man, all day long. All day long.
I think
because they know their guards just ain't gonna go there and then go lay up on them. No, it's one of these.
like this is UConn's tournament to win, man. They just got to beat UConn. They ain't got to change it up.
Because UConn went straight AAU in the second half against Illinois, man. It was just like,
how do you go on a 30? That's unheard of.
At the time, I wasn't watching a lot. I was seeing the highlights, and so ESPN had the clock, the score, like in the corner. They was like, "Here you go," and they kept showing the score, and it went from a tie game, either 1 point game had time.
It was close, yeah.
And all of a sudden, 30 to I've never seen a
30
to nothing run. Now you don't score. You don't get to the line. You don't shoot a free throw. Nothing.
Unheard.
A tip. Nothing.
If you're the coach, what do you do with that?
They turned the ball over.
I mean,
7 to 10 times.
So
shot blocked about 5. Missed buckets. It was just ridiculous. Everything that could happen.
Okay.
The wheels fell off. He was in a hoop, and the wheels fell off all while he was on 50 seconds.
At least get to the free throw line, man, and get a couple.
Hey, the game was tied at 23.
The game was tied
at 23. And then they scored like 6 or 8 points to end the half. And then they scored the other 22, 24 points to start the second half.
I think they went 19 minutes without scoring.
Never seen nothing like that.
After the second time out, if I'm the coach, all stars come out. Each one of you. Let me get some fresh legs in here and try to figure out. But obviously, Illinois don't have no depth. They don't go very deep when they
they not deep at all.
If Shannon ain't killing you, then if he's not hitting his three, he's not going to the basket.
And listen,
if overmatch was
he was
just overmatched.
When I say they showed his face, he was on hands on the knees. He was huffing and puffing. He was like,
but that's what I'm saying. You got the guards. So where they play deep, bro. They don't work. So
and you kind of don't get credit for their defense too. They're good defensive.
They haven't given up more than 15 points.
Most
that's the most opponent scored on
out of the round of 64.
That's a crazy
team.
They're gonna give up more than 50.
They are South Carolina girls, complete team,
pretty much.
Now they control the team.
So now that's another thing. You had the women's compared to the men. I think the women's tournament this year outshined the men.
Easy.
I thought last year's tournament was
you can name more
stars
stars leading up to the Final Four, the women, than you could in the men.
And look at the ratings that the LSU Purdue game got.
Yeah.
They've been talking about that for days.
Now, you know what? You know the ratings killer for the men was when Arizona and UNC lost because they wanted Caleb Love versus RJ Davis.
Yeah, but
that was their rating boost right there.
that was 1 versus 2. Everybody was looking for that.
And I mean,
I was devastated.
hell, I was watching your boy that didn't make the tournament from Indiana State, Larry Blur.
And they should have won. I told you, Indiana State should have made the tournament.
I watched them play in the 19.
And that was messed up how they lost too.
They was just
But the boys been balling all year like that. They've been hooping. Man. They should have made the tournament. They're slow boy, but you know.
Yandy said Illinois became the Dallas Cowboys. Anything that could happen did happen.
I've never seen a 30-0 run. Like I've never seen that in life. I've never been a part of it. I've never seen it.
You've seen it. You've seen
30.
it.
I mean, I've seen blowouts. You've seen blowouts.
We watched Michigan.
I've never seen a 30-0.
Yeah, but not a 30. You may have like a 20 to 2 run or something.
Like you don't get a fast break. Nobody gets to the free throw line.
You brought up UNLV. They used to body people, man.
Real Williams team was 26, 28 years old, man.
Well,
Hey, junior college transfer, grad students and shit.
we got that now.
That center was
George Ackles was 28.
yeah, George got to lead.
You can't tell me that Burns, he been in school 6 years. Tell me he ain't 26 for NC State. Burns 26 years old, man.
Like 26.
He been in 6 years.
You know, academics may not be at the top, man. He going low along. But before we get off this, if UConn wins it,
Yes.
to be back to back, where would you rank them all time? On the all-time team, because they should be in the conversation.
They're not even the best UConn team.
Okay.
So I don't.
They not.
If you want to say today's age,
They not better than. They not better than the Villanova team.
Then where would you rank them in the UConn? All the great UConn team.
I mean, if they went back to back, honestly, they up there with.
Are they Ray Allen?
With the Rip Hamilton?
No, Ray didn't win them.
Yeah, Rip won.
Rick won with Alameda.
Yeah. The Kevin Ollie team to me is the best team.
On the squad. Is that Daniel Marshall?
No, that's way after that.
Yeah.
The last chip they won before last year.
Yeah.
Oh, Kelly coach.
Yeah. I played with Daniel Marshall.
Yeah.
Right.
But we'll revisit it after they win.
No, they didn't.
We'll do some homework. We'll do some homework next week. If they win, we'll talk about it.
And speaking of homework, the largest scoring run in NCAA history was 44. And it was in 2014.
44-0?
44-0 run.
They had
Damn.
Women did that.
No, it was a men's game.
In 2014.
Olive Harvey versus North Carolina?
Southern University.
Harold Washington versus Duke.
Here's what I understand. Like, okay, I know they raining threes, they getting fast breaks, they dunking, the crowd going crazy. But there's no way you can get to the free throw line, bro. Can't nobody get a tip in. No steal, fast break. Like it's nothing. 44 to nothing, 30 to nothing.
They weren't going to the
nothing.
They was
I've never seen nothing like that.
They would just shoot.
Especially in the Elite Eight.
Never seen nothing like that.
You guys, a couple weeks ago, kind of bashed the NIT. So we had the whole conversation about people refusing to play.
Yeah.
Now, Indiana State went there, and they went to the championship, the NIT.
They should have
I
won.
guarantee you
They're going to get in next year.
they're going to get in next year, and they're going to get players.
Well, NIT is gone anyway.
Right, it's gone. But
It's called something else.
Well, now they're doing the play-in thing.
right.
They're doing that play-in thing for the 64 instead of NIT.
So, but they're going to get kids that's going to come there. It's going to be kids that are 6 years and they're going to go to Indiana
So they might
State
get
because your boy is only a sophomore. Robbie Avila. Yeah. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
One hook, and all of a sudden he one hook in a game.
They call him Milk Chamberlain. And because of the goggles, he million NL. He got a NIL deal to wear
Well, good.
glasses
Good.
because they just call him Larry Blur.
And now he's celebrity. See how it
Yeah,
works?
he's a celebrity. now.
Angel Reese.
Right. So, and he from Oak Forest.
This is correct.
Yeah, from Oak Forest. So look.
He look like Larry Gordon. You remember Larry Gordon back in the day? He came out 89. I swear to God, he look like Larry Gordon.
Hey. All right, man. We're gonna switch it up a little bit. Deion Sanders been japping off again, talking about there are certain critics talking about his son and Travis Hunter that they gonna pull a RG3 and they wouldn't go to certain teams.
How you say that, Eli?
Eli,
Mm-hmm.
RG3 agreed with him. That's your boy.
You know how I feel about it.
He your doc.
Fuck him, man, and raggedy Project Brains.
So, what's your thoughts on Deion saying this about Shakur and Travis Hunter, saying that they'll pull an Eli?
Analyze the whole quote. He said one gonna go number one and one gonna go no lower than 4. He didn't say which one, but obviously he think his son would go number 1. So you, Deion, can't dictate, and he knows this, you played in the NFL. You can't dictate where they're gonna go. They're not going to college, they're going to the league. You're lucky if they draft them top 5.
He can dictate where he's not going. I mean, but just like Eli and John Elway did, I'm not going there.
Okay, but they were number 1 picks.
Right.
They were number 1 picks. They know Shakur might not be number 1. Travis Hunter for damn sure ain't gonna be number 1. I'm not saying they're gonna.
But Shakur may be the top quarterback.
It'd be one of the top quarterbacks. He's not guaranteed to be number 1.
Yeah, I get that.
So you can't come out and say, "Well, I already knew it was 60." Not that just ain't happening. How you know? Like if they try to draft you and you try to pull something at their pro day, and a lot of them they don't show up at the pro day because of what you keep broadcasting. Okay, Deion, that's gonna backfire. It's gonna backfire.
The reason
Your boy is setting the stage. Caleb is setting the stage for this to happen on a regular basis.
That's different. What Caleb is doing is, I'm not coming to I'm not doing nothing at the combat. Number 1, I'm not giving y'all no medical. I'm not doing nothing. That's a different thing. Marvin Harrison did the same thing. I'm not.
Marvin Harrison ain't have a show day.
Right. He didn't even have to pro day.
Way back then. He ain't gonna
So I can see you.
Right.
I agree with that. Change.
You see me at the draft.
Right. Watch the tape.
Right.
Okay. So cool.
I'm not sure.
I agree with that on changing the game like that. Cool. But what he's talking about is they're gonna be both of them gonna be top 5. I know what teams they ain't going to. That ain't gonna happen.
So
how you gonna stop an NFL team from drafting?
Travis can't pull it, but quarterback's got a little more pull.
If he's number 1.
Right. If he becomes the top
quarterback.
If he becomes the top quarterback in this draft, he can kind of dictate where he's not going to go. But I mean, you can't just handpick the team.
That's what it's
like. Now I want him to go to Dallas. You can't do that.
That's what it sound like to me.
And one caveat you gotta understand in this, he got to be consensus. He can't be.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
He can't be Jaden Daniels or Drake May.
He
has to be consensus. Now, granted, he top 5 quarterback without a shot of a doubt. But you would have to be the consensus number 1 in order to.
Elway was number 1.
The second thing I'll say about that is, and we talked about nepotism earlier.
Mm-hmm.
If you think that Deion don't have a line to every NFL team in the league to say, hey, I know you guys have the number 1 pick, but I don't feel like he is going to want to come there. And I don't even know how you would start that dialogue.
It's no nice way to say we don't want to play for you, suck. Like, there's no nice way to say.
So if you're the number 1 pick, you going to nobody set up like the Bears.
Deion found out New England that shit got the number 1 pick. I'm just making this up.
Okay.
New England got the number 1 pick. They ain't got no players right now. Deion said, no, he ain't going there.
That's a bad example because it's the organization.
Okay. Then Carolina didn't make it up.
Indianapolis Colts.
Oh, they got Brooks.
I'm just
Yeah, you
for
know,
example.
Okay, Indy. He found out Indy got the number one pick. It's consensus Indy got the number one pick next year.
Mm-hmm.
He thinks Shakur gonna be number
Mm-hmm.
one. I don't want him to go there. Now, how do you start? Once he found out Indy definitely got the number one pick, how do you start the? Well, nah, I don't think my son gonna come.
Well, this is Dion.
like this.
Dion has no filter,
Okay,
and he gives no fuck.
Right.
So
But like-
he
but like
gonna
you said,
say
he
it.
has to be the
He
consensus
gonna
number
say it
one.
how Dion is gonna say it. However you think Dion is gonna say it, he gonna say it 10 times worse.
Dion gonna Dion. This the man that came into a damn program and told everybody transfer.
And you went on.
He ain't got no filter. No, we ain't going up. No, fam, that sucks. We ain't going. You know, but,
Eli Manning, dad, well respected
He was a man.
in
That's
the NFL.
Yeah, he was a man.
Okay, Manning, whatever. But well respected father in the NFL. Deion's well respected too. Eli Manning's father had the conversation with those teams to say, hey, my son is not going to come here.
It was San Diego.
it was between the Chargers and the Giants.
Giants and the Giants. So it was San Diego because Breeze was leaving and they had a chance to get either Rivers or Eli. They were gonna take Eli. Archie, nah, he ain't doing it.
Right. He wanted to go to New
And
York.
then he pulled it.
He wanted to go. He wanted the bigger market. He wanted to go.
But that's a man. See, we can't, and I know Dion is Dion. He ain't no damn man. He's
You
not.
don't think his stature?
Bro.
Deion is a Hall of Famer.
Dion, he's a Hall of Famer.
Bro.
Yes, he is.
Bro.
He know a lot of people pipeline, like you said. I get it. He ain't no man.
But you got to think at the time,
The man
what did the Mannings really have to make them so powerful at that time?
They had Archie who played in the league. They had his brother who was a dude at
They
the time.
was right. He was the top
He was a
quarterback.
dude at the time.
Brady.
Daddy. You know what I mean? Like he was
So-
a man.
So
That's a little
at
different.
this time, you don't think Pram is that dude right now?
Yeah,
I
No.
would
dictate the league.
I wouldn't put him on
They
that.
don't dictate the
I wouldn't
league.
give him the Manning type
Okay,
power.
I see he was in the
But
league.
he gonna have some say so.
I'm not saying he's disregarding it, but I'm saying you can't just tell the NFL where my two players are not going. Dog, this ain't
But
college.
you can't do it with Travis Hunter.
Hey.
You can't do it with Travis Hunter.
And like you said, Shakur has to be number one, without a doubt. And now you can try to pull it. I ain't going to India. I ain't going to Carolina. I ain't, I get it. If he's not number one, you can't dictate what two players are going to
You're not. Of course, D.Y. hit it on the head. You're not going to go. Of course, if you got number one overall pick, it's not a great situation. What's going on with the Bears is unheard of. It's something that's probably never happened before, right? This is so wherever you go. So then it's going to come down to the market.
Yes.
What city or
That's the major thing
Gonna come down.
that Dion is worried about is the market and the brand.
and by next year, who the hell gonna be the quarterback?
Well,
If you got 5 or 6 of them going in this first round
And
this year.
that's my question too. The number one pick might not be a quarterback.
Right, might not need it. Right, might not.
Might be a lot of teams might not.
Or it might be a quarterback like Fields that if they would let him play this
Okay.
year,
Okay,
that they don't want to pay.
let's
And
stop
they want
this.
to reset the quarterback.
Let's stop this. The quarterback next year is
I don't
going
even know what
to
quarterback's
be.
coming
It's
up
going to. Somebody is always going to need a quarterback. Like you said, somebody might need to start the clock.
Or older quarterback. So say like the Jets.
Bryce Young, they might be like, you know what? We tired of this. We reset.
They might do him like Zach
Well,
Wilson.
after 2 years.
They might do it like Kenny Pickett.
That only be year 2 for Bryce. Though.
It could be the Jets.
And that's really
It could be the Jets, but I don't think the Jets gonna be that high.
Exactly.
Could
Not
be
if
the Jets.
Aaron Rodgers don't
It's-
rupture his Achilles.
It could be Arizona. New England's gonna draft a quarterback.
Right, no, it's definitely.
It could be Arizona.
Yeah, they may be ready to move on from Kyler Murray. They may be ready.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. You
Yeah.
might a quarterback that they either tired of Kyler Murray or they just don't want to pay. Like they came up on they didn't pick up the option and they want to reset it, whatever.
Yeah, like the Saints may be in, maybe New Orleans may be in. They need a quarterback next year, but it's not going to be a lot of quarterback needy team. Cleveland, maybe
Pittsburgh could be out there again.
Pittsburgh, Cleveland could be ready to move on from Deshaun. Cleveland can move on from
Pittsburgh
Deshaun.
is a
Watson.
playoff
They
team.
still got a lot
True.
of left from the
In
deal.
the best division
Hold
in the
on.
best division in football.
We know Vegas gonna be there.
Vegas should have been
I think Vegas going to get pennies.
Yeah, right.
How do you take care of your mind health?
For my mental health, I meditate in the mornings.
I have my dogs. They're the best.
I just find ways that help me just relax.
Finding things that make me happy, like being close to my family.
I meditate a lot and read books.
I have hobbies outside of the game. I'm able to switch off. I'm able to turn my brain off from the game of basketball.
Your mind health matters.
Your mind health matters.
Yeah, hello. I'm really not sure if this is what you all do, but I really don't have anywhere else to turn.
Hi. I don't even know why I'm calling right now. I'm sorry. My thoughts are going a mile a minute.
My kids are out of state. My buddies from the army are all gone now. I'm really alone.
I left the service last year. My mom just passed away a few months ago. I miss so much time with her. I keep getting calls about the bills, and I'm trying to get a job, but I feel so stuck.
Okay, ma'am. I'm glad you called.
Okay, sir. Let's stay on the line and walk through some things.
Thanks.
Okay.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Hey, it's your boy, the Superback, Sean Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms. On Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel, you can find us at Sports Zone Chicago. And on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
No, I don't know though. I'm scared. I mean, you're
Do you know that you're in my lane? No, not at all. Are you not paying attention? Are you texting? I was just checking in with my mom. I was telling her that I thought we'd be home by 6. It's okay. There's enough time. Just pay attention. I'm not even halfway through my text. There's no way. I'm not even going to look up. My babies are in the car. You have to pay attention. It's just supposed to be a quick text. I'm so sorry.
Back on, man. Had to go.